You are welcome to Math Demystified. Alright, we want to factorize some expressions. So we start like this. Now look at what we have. This is a bracket, this and that bracket, they are beside themselves. It seems as if there is no sign here. You don't have plus, you don't have negative. That shows you have multiplications. These are multiplying themselves. So right here on the right hand side, this negative here separates this term from the other term. That means we have two terms. We have a term here, we have another term here. So right here too, we have x minus a multiplying x minus a. That's why we have squared here. Now, since we have the same number, if you permit me to use that word, x minus a appear in both terms. So the one with the lower power is common. Don't forget we are factorizing, so we need to pick whatever is common out. So x minus a has power of 1, x minus a has power of 2. That means this is common. So you bring it out. So you have x minus a being common. So use this to divide each of the terms. If you use this to divide this term, you will have 3x plus 2a left on the left hand side. Use this to divide this. Don't forget this means x minus a bracket x minus a. This will cancel one of them, so you have x minus a left. X minus a will be left. Do not forget to put your bracket. If you don't put the bracket, everything will be different. The negative will change what you have in the bracket. So don't forget to return the bracket as you write. So the next thing you want to do right now is to open this up. Let's open it up and see what we're going to have. So we have x minus a, and this will give you 3x plus 2a minus x plus a. Minus x plus a, and that gives me x minus a. So look at this and this. Can you see 3x? This is x. So 3x minus x will give you 2x. This is 2a plus a will give you plus 3a. And that is it. That is your answer that way. So don't forget that whatever is common will be brought out, and you use it to divide each of the terms and you break it down. Alright, in solving this one, I want to be able to look at the terms and see something that is common to them. Then I'll group them as those things are common. So looking at this, I have a here and I have a starting over here too. So I have am minus an. I'm just bringing something common. And I'm looking at the other one that's left. Alright, so here m is starting. So I'm going to start with the one that has m. So this is minus 3bm. And that is plus 3bn. So you see m is starting here. M is starting with this one. N is ending. N is ending. So I have something. So right here, something is common. Right here too, something is common. So A is common here, B is common here. So bring whatever is common here out. So you have A, use the A to divide each of these terms, these two terms. So you have m minus n. Now come over here and do similar thing. Now, if you look at this, once you get to the other part, the first sign you see, the first sign that you see is common to the two terms. So I pick negative. Don't bother with what you have. Negative is common, don't worry. Negative is common, just note it that way. Then you see 3 is common, put your 3 there. Then you see B is common, put your B also there. Then open your bracket, use this to divide this. When you do, you have m left. So use this same thing to divide this, everything with the sign. So you have plus, B divided by negative, you're going to have negative. So by the time you divide this other one by this, you have n left. So that if you decide to expand this, you see that negative multiply negative will give positive. So it will be back to what you had before. So note that the first sign you see is common. So it will help you to be able to factorize whatever you want to factorize. So looking at this again, I have two terms. I have a term here, I have a term here. So this is the common factor. Bring it out. So I have m minus n to be common. So use this to divide this one, you have a. Yeah, all right. Use this again to divide this, you have minus 3b, and that gives you the answer. It's as simple as that. If you have a problem with that, you can rewind the video and go over again until you get it. With this question, the first thing I want to do is to check. There are 4 terms right here, so I just want to check, is there anything common? I want to pick them 2 by 2 the way they are. If I pick them 2 by 2 like this, something is common to this part, okay? Come over here too, all right? So what is common here can also help me to be able to solve what I have right here. So let's just give it a try and see if we can get something nice out of it. So right here, x is common and 5 is common, 5, I can go in 10. So 5 is common, bring the 5 out. There's x here with square, x here with power of 1. I told you the one with the lower power is common, so x will be here, x with the lower power. So if you open your bracket and use this to divide this, this will give you 2. Use this to divide this, you're going to have x, right? Good. So you have plus, this will divide this and give you 1. If not 0, it will give you 1. Right. Now I told you in the previous question that we just solved that the other time that you have, the first time you see is common, put the sign there. All right. Then if nothing else is common, looking at this now, you see, after picking the negative, there's nothing else common. 1 is always common. So put 1 outside, then write the remaining thing you have. Okay. But in writing it, do not forget I said 1 is common. So if you use this to divide this, you're going to have 2x. Because negative will cut negative, you're going to have positive. So this will divide this to give you 2x. So negative will divide negative and you get positive. 1 will divide 1 and you have this. So most of the time, you will discover that what you have in this bracket, when you factorize it, will be the same thing as what you have in the other bracket when you factorize it. So if you are sure that this part is correct, and once you pick what is common right here, just copy what you have in the bracket and paste here. And that's it. It works like magic. Okay, so I have 2 terms right now. So pick what you have in the bracket, 2x plus 1 and 5x minus 1. I'm a bit faster now because we'll be doing it for a while now. So that is the answer. We are asked to factorize. If you want to go any further, you return to the question. So the question simply says factorize, and that's where you're going to stop. So most of the time when you hear the word factorize, same thing as saying introduce bracket. When you hear expand, the same thing as saying remove the bracket. Please note that. All right, look at this question. I'm going to factorize and I have 1, 2, 3 times and I'm trying to see x is here, x is here, there is no x here. Wow. So what do we do? So please pay attention to what we're going to do right now. Now, the first thing you want to observe is that you must make sure that the power of the unknown is arranged in either ascending order or descending order. In this case, the power is in a descending order. The x here has the power of 2. The x here has power of 1. There is x here that has power of 0. Anything raised to power 0 is 0. So there's 1x there raised to power 0. But I'm not going to put it there. There's no need to put it there. All right. So once you have the power of the unknowns arranged either in ascending or descending order, then what you want to think is pick the first term, multiply by the last term. See the way I'm picking it with the sign. There's a positive here, there's a negative here. Okay, pick it with the sign like that. Then multiply this by this. You have something like minus 30x squared in this case. You have minus 30x squared. So after having a minus 30x squared, what you want to do is, what are 2 terms that when you multiply, we give you exactly this? Such that when you add together, you get this. 2 terms that when you multiply, we give you this. But when you add, we give you what you have at the center, minus 13x. So let's try. I know that each of them will have x and x because x times x will give me x squared. All right. So if I have 30 and I have 1, I put x here and I put x here. Let me just put and as center. One of them should have negative. I put negative here. All right. This will give me this. But when I add it together, I'm going to have minus 29x. that does not conform with what I want. Or, this could also be the positive aspect, where the other one may be the negative aspect. If I multiply this, I'm going to have this. But when I add this, I'm going to have 29x. That does not work. But I can also have 15x and minus 2x. This will still give me this. When I add this up, I'm going to have 13x. Very close to this. It's not it yet. And this could be the one that will be negative, while the other one will be the one that will be positive. If I multiply this, I'm going to have this. But when I add this up, I'm going to have minus 13x. And that conforms with what I want. So this is exactly the one that will work for what I want to do right now. So how are we going to do it? Please, I need you to pay attention right here. So this is what we need to substitute this with. I'm going to replace this minus 13x with minus 15x and 2x. So your next line here, will now be 3x squared. Don't tamper with it. Replace with this. Because when you put this together, you're going to get this. So instead of writing minus 13x, I'm going to write minus 15x and plus 2x. This is equal to this. So return this one too. So you will not tamper with this. You will not tamper with it. The common error from this point is that some students will come over here and put brackets like this. That's a mess. This is not where to put the bracket. It's not where to put the bracket. Alright? So don't put bracket here yet. Even if you put the bracket like that, it's still fair. Some will put their bracket like this. That's even worse. This is worse. Because this means something else. So please, this is not where to put your bracket. So where do you put your bracket? So you will see right now. So this now looks like the previous example that we solved. So you see, something is common here. At least 3 is common. And I know x is common. So once I have that, then I can give it a try. So this is going to give me 3. And I also have x, 1 with lower power. So if I use this to divide this, I'm going to have x left. If I use this to divide this one, I'm going to have minus 5 left. Alright, I told you the first time you see is always common. Put your 2 there. Check, is any other thing common? Yes, 2. If you are sure this part is correct, and you are sure you've done the right thing here, I can copy and paste. So here is supposed to be x minus 5, but let's see if it's true. This divides this, I get x. Plus divides negative, I get minus. 2 divides 10, I get 5. So you see it's going to be exactly the same thing. So once you have factorized the left-hand side, and you are sure you brought out the factors of the right-hand side, you can copy and paste what you have in the bracket. It will always be the same, with the sign and everything intact. Right now I have 2 terms, so this is common. So I have x minus 5. Then this one dividing this part, you'll be left with 3x. And this dividing this part, you'll be left with this. And that is your answer. Please, you can rewind the video and learn this method properly.
If you enjoyed our teaching, please click like and feel free to share our link with your friends, and do not forget to subscribe to our channel so that you can get notifications of our subsequent videos.